Howdy, the name's Coasterman, and welcome to the final day of the Birthweek Branson vacation. No Silver Dollar City today, as you might be able to see to my left side, but this time we're going someplace that is almost just as fun, and it too has a big 3. So let's see what today has in store for us. Yup, that's right. We're back here at WonderWorks. This is a science museum, an edutainment center. Edutainment being a combination of education and entertainment. And there is a missed experience here that I want to get to post-haste. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump right in. What would a trip to the WonderWorks be without a trip through the inversion tunnel? Very disorienting. The movie, the video does not do this thing justice. But yeah, here we go. We just got past the inversion tunnel. I would not advise doing it if you have a history of dizziness or nausea, because you will get sick most likely. So now we have come up to the first of the big 3 of WonderWorks, the Extreme 360 bike. This thing, I don't know the manufacturer or model, but in this particular place, I don't really care. It's an exhibit, and it's a really thrilling exhibit. I have a personal record of about 16 inversions on this ride, so I don't know if I can break it or not, because I've done some exercising at Silver Dollar City that would probably prevent me from doing so due to fatigue. However, it is worth noting that regardless, if I even managed to do half as much as I did, which would be 8, that would be good enough for me. So, I'm about to get on it soon, and I will give my ride review. Well, I didn't quite hit my record today, but yeah, that was to be expected because I had spent 2 days in a row walking around in Silver Dollar City. So, yeah, that was actually pretty fun. I do enjoy the Extreme 360 bikes no matter what. Maybe if my feet didn't slip as much, I'd probably get closer to my record, but alas. Anyway, I'm about to head up the elevator to the floor that has 2 of the big 3. Here we are. After a while of searching, I have found the member of the big 3 that I missed here at WonderWorks, the Wonder Coaster. This ride is basically a roller coaster simulator. I've seen on a web page somewhere that you were able to create your own, but I'm not quite so sure because it looks like you go into the queue line straight into the attraction itself. So that looks like a particularly intense roller coaster right there. Almost.
This is called.
It almost looks like Millennium Force, but it has a launch segment. Oh, and it's about to launch again. You can pretty well see the ride that they're on by the TV screen on the left. That move on a roller coaster would actually be dangerous. It's an ornament roll, as according to Theme Park Crazy, I think it is. And in a normal roller coaster, that would absolutely be a dangerous element to go through. But in something like the Wonder Coaster, you are absolutely safe because this is a roller coaster simulator and not an actual roller coaster in and of itself. So, and yeah, this ride can do what a roller coaster cannot. So, and that is a pretty long-winded ride. That's pretty cool. That was a pretty good-sized loop too. There are many of those in the world. Oh, that is a slow inversion. Holy smokes. Wow. That is crazy. The guys at WonderWorks and Max Flight, which is the company this thing is from, are absolute geniuses. That forward momentum there to signify a final brake run, and the ride is about to lower to the loading and unloading position right about now. So, once I get off the ride, I will give my ride review. Wow, that was leaps and bounds above anything I could have expected. I chose the one at the very bottom, which was red, and the name of the ride was Wild Thing, and it very much deserved that title. This thing is absolutely nuts when you select the maximum it can do, and it had a beautiful track and excellent layout that is jam-packed with all sorts of inversions. You really should have seen it to believe it. Alright. We can't really mention the Big Three without mentioning the Astronaut Training Challenge. This gyro ride is easily the most intense and safest ride in the entire museum. Why safest despite being the most intense? Well, it's all in a restraint system. You have not one, not two, but 3 restraint systems on this thing. Those shoulder harnesses have your wrists in a strap completing 2 of the 3. And then your legs are strapped in case the first 2 fail. So, that equals a very, very fun and safe and intense ride experience. Let's just say that it earns its name as the Astronaut Training Challenge, because it gives you all of the G-forces you can expect in a rocket launch. So, yeah, let's get on with it. I'm pretty sure it's just about to stop, and once I get off, I'll be giving my ride review. Okay. So. Alright, I'm just gonna stop this anyway. Well, I just got off of the astronaut training challenge a while ago, and it was a very intense ride, and I was kind of wrong about one of the restraint systems that made up the 3, so allow me to correct that. There are 3, but the one that had the straps on it was actually part of the 2nd. So the 3rd happens to be a shoulder harness shaped seat belt. So yeah, sorry about that misinformation, but on the ride itself, very intense, very safe, very fun. I'll have to do it again someday. Have you ever felt yourself wondering what it would feel like to have hurricane force winds blowing at you? Well, WonderWorks is the safest place to experience that. The Hurricane Shack. This is a simulator which shows you exactly what would happen if those types of winds were blowing at you. But, unlike with a real hurricane, this one is perfectly safe. Dang, I can feel it from way over here. That is the fan that shows off those 74-mile-an-hour winds. It's almost as big as the fan that they use for Fritz Iridium. Well, that was without a doubt the fastest wind speeds I've ever felt. So, that was the force of a Category 1 hurricane. Imagine the simulation having much higher than that. Probably wouldn't be allowed, to be honest, but then again, there are skydiving simulators that could lift you off of the fan. But those are in a controlled environment, much like this. It might be possible. It might be safe. While not necessarily a ride, this shows what happens when a black hole is in the area. Basically, this is anti-gravity water. So, I forget what type of trick is involved here. But whatever it is, the phone doesn't like it, so yeah. Maybe time to leave. Here's another exhibit that you can try out if you're brave enough. The Tesla coil. This thing is basically an electric charge that you can touch. Provided that you use that little area right there. So, after these guys get through, I'm going to reach my hand in there and push the button, and I'll give you an example of what this feels like. Well, I'll explain what this feels like anyway. When you stick your hand into that exhibit of the Tesla coil, physically, you don't feel a thing. Emotionally, on the other hand, that could be different. Given that thing has a lot of voltage going into it, you might just be amazed at how you don't feel anything and how this thing works. So, I think I'm gonna go and see if I can't find that earthquake simulator I've heard about. There isn't really an earthquake cafe at this location, so I'm just going to move on to the next exhibit in line. This little scanning device here at WonderWorks. So, I'm not sure exactly what all it scans for, but we'll soon see. Well, I learned what it does. It shows your exact height, your body mass index, and it also it shows you your weight, so it's pretty cool. And I have a bad memory, so I can hardly remember how tall I am, but I'm 5'6" now. That's pretty cool. I'm sure my shoes contribute to part of that height, but you know. Anyway, I believe it's about time to look at some other things in the WonderWorks. If you think of yourself as a Beethoven or other famous pianist, then you've got to check out this giant piano. Not all the keys work, but many of them do, at least. The black ones of particular note light up whenever you step on them, and many of the white ones as well. So, off the top of my head, I don't really know any real songs, but, you know, just go with it, right? Well, we're on our way home today. It's been fun. Now we're going over Cricket Creek, over a bridge that comes over these Ozark Mountains, basically. So pretty soon we're going to be hitting the tunnel that I like to record so much. Man, look at all these mountains around here. The Ozark Range is the closest to us. Us being my family. As it is, we're cutting through parts of them, I believe. So, that's pretty cool. Got some more mountains over here. I don't know what the highest peak of the Ozark Mountains is, but there are some pretty big ones around. And seeing them up close, you can see and appreciate just how tall some of these mountains actually are. Like, that peak up there with all the trees, that's crazy high. Alrighty. I didn't manage to get this on video last time because I deleted the clip before I got it uploaded, but this is the Bobby Hopper Tunnel. The way that you know that you're at least halfway between Oklahoma and Branson. At least that's how I picture it anyway. It's on Interstate 49 south and north. Basically, it's Interstate 49.
Which way you're going?
Yep. So, yeah. Zeta Beetle, if you delete this again, I'm firing you as an editor. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you later.